man. I do apologize. I do apologize for that trial, and it kind of messed up. We're gonna go. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Oh man, rookie mistakes over here. All right. We're back. We are back. Fun times. Fun times. Okay, that and then. What's going on, Tony? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good, Tony. Let me know if you can hear me, man. Let me know if you can hear me. We're back. Uh, I, Sally, what's up, man? Hope you're good. Hope you're good, man. Hope you are good, Sally. People, let me know if you can hear me clearly. All right. You never know if you don't try. That's what's up, Tony. That's what's up, man. Dude, I had a whole thing, loud and clear, because that's what's up. Thanks, Tony. So I had this whole thing, man. I've been sitting, going through it like usual, like all Man United fans. We're like, yo, man, let me look at this whole AI thing, right? To see what exactly I could get from it if I was to, kind of follow through and see what up. It's so funny today. I was watching what's his name, Mark at the beginning. He stole our idea, man, our AI idea from the other day. He was like, yeah, apparently he was doing a watch along, and then he they had the idea of prompting AI and see what's going to happen. But I was like, Mark, you stole our idea. But yeah, anywho, it's crazy. Chow earlier was saying, yes, we're cursed, man. We're cursed, or whatever you want to call it. I know Tony was crazy. When I heard that this morning, I was like, dude, you were 2 days late. We were talking about AI manager a couple of days ago, right? But it was funny. But yeah, man, we're cursed. Rasmus, 2 goals. Rashford doing his thing out here, right? It is what it is, man. Ciao, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I had to abandon the other stream. I have to come back to life. Whatever I was trying to do, it didn't work out. So we ruined players' career. Looks Rasmus. Dude, here's the thing, man, about Rasmus. First of all, before we get into Rasmus, people smash the like, hit the subscribe button. Let's try to get this energy up. I know we're going through it. I know right now some people may be having some revisionism, which is one of those words where you're like, yo, man, what's really happening to these Man United players, right? Why, when they leave, they go out there and actually perform, right? What is going on at the club? Is the whole thing where when Sancho said that message to Rashi, freedom, maybe there's something to it, right? The whole freedom thing could be something to it, because what is happening? Like, right? You see Rasmus out there doing his thing. Rashi looks like a completely different player. He has 7 goals and 7 GA, if I'm not mistaken, right? That is basically what he has. Rashford right now, it's more than combined front line in attack, right? He has 7, I think, goals and assists, GA, and all that stuff, right? Not 7 goals, but if you combine assists and goals, the whole number is 7. I need to look it up. But yeah, he's doing his thing, and he's not being selfish. He's not just shooting on target like just willy nilly. He's finding players. It's different. All right. It's mad, man. Charles said, yep. Tony, if Mark says anything about an AISAF same phrase, I'll be back. I want my royalty. I know, right? Because Mark, is a big dog when it comes to this area of entertainment, whatever, So yeah, absolutely. Because we have evidence. The chat, right? We'll produce the chat. We say, Mark, Tony called it. Right. So yeah, it could be one of those. Ciao. Sally, how are you, man? Hope you're well. I don't think we will get any manager bounce with Amorim. Everyone else at least has a winning period. Yeah, that manager bounce is gone, man. Honestly, if we were gonna get a manager bounce, it cannot be this delayed, right? It cannot be this delayed. But the Sunderland game, it could, we could get a win. We could get a win according to what I ran in Chat GPT. Right? I'm gonna pull that up. It says that Sheshko wins it for Ruben Amorim. But before we get to that, all that stuff, we have a here we go, people. We may be in the mud, but at least it's a positive news. We have a here we go. Cristian Orozco to Manchester United. All documents signed and approved. He will join in July of 2026 when he turns 18. So we signed a midfielder. Apparently, he's the price tag is 1 million. Apparently, he's very well sort of, and they think he could be the next big thing. And at the club, they're very excited for this signing. So we could have unearthed or picked up our very own Caicedo or something. One of them. But again, uh, you know, it's tough to see how these players can hit the ground running. It's gonna take time. It's one for the future. So yeah, man, we got to here we go at least to brighten up our day. But again, we kind of need solutions now. The whole thing for the future thing is cool and all, but we need it now. We need these wins now, right? The chat now. You called it, and I was just writing that cocktails. No, but listen, we're gonna share it, Tony. We're sharing this thing. All right, we're gonna share it. I don't think we'll get any management. It's okay, Sally. But that's what the storm was meant to be, to start shining at some point. I know, but the thing, Sally, folks don't have that patience, right? The patience ain't there. You know what I mean? The patience ain't there, and folks are ready to pull the plug out here. They're ready to pull the plug. They basically right now they're seeing that this whole experiment of a back three, it is not it, right? It is not it. And folks are I'll be like, yo, man, let's just rip it apart and start over. All right. Uh, let's go. They're saying, yeah, they're basically saying, listen, let's rip it apart and start over. So, but yeah, today we saw the likes of Rasmus playing very well. But again, with Rasmus, it's one of those things you're like, okay, there's something where you play on the player's strength, right? The managers saw that Rasmus back to goal, no good, right? How about you try something called a through ball and have him run to it? That's what Napoli is doing, right? That's what De Bruyne is doing, finding him like that. And he during this whole time here, he played with Bruno, who is supposedly the assist king, right? And nothing like that. We didn't see anything like that. So yeah, it's crazy. Tony's saying, here we go. We'll never know. I know, right? Ruben won't play him. He'll have Shaw, Dalot, or who knows, Ruben will somehow have Lindelof back out here somehow. I know, right? Because dude likes to play. It's old folks. Sally is saying Europa League final for me sealed the deal. Should have ended it there. Yeah, but again, it was to this ownership to the ownership team of Ineos. They were like, nah, man, because at one point I think they had given him that green light. Listen, this season is a write off. Now we don't want another season like this to be a write off. So something has to change. Obviously, if Ruben can tweak his formation and give us some wins, I'm here for it if he can do that. But is that something that he will do at this point in time? Dude is stubborn. I don't know if he will, right? I don't know if he will do that. Sally is saying, Tony, Obrigado tax. I know, right? It's crazy, right? And honestly, uh, on the game on versus Sunderland, if we see anything like Bayern starting, we see the Dallo starting. I think it's not going to be a good look. Okay, I need to find my stuff here real quick. It is not going to be a good look because folks will get on him. All right, they're already getting on him now, but it will be catastrophic. Um, yeah, it won't be a good look for him. Let's see. Sally said, "I don't mind the loss, but the no reaction to switch anything up to win showed me he hasn't got the minerals." And that's the thing, whenever you are trying to say, okay, fine, man, listen, we have to tweak something here because we are in trouble. All right, we're in trouble. We got to tweak something. Um, that should show we will show something to the fans, like, okay, even temporarily change something, that way you can get some wins and then maybe go back to your style of play later on, right down the road. But again, it's one of those things that what's his name, Ten Hag tried, and when he tried to go back to try to implement his football, he couldn't do it because he said these players cannot play his style, right? Um, Give me 1 second, people. I'm trying to library project. Where is my stuff? Okay, my stuff is not here. All right, yeah. So it's one of those situations that if at all he wants to save his job, or find a way to say, hey, listen, I want to stay here. He definitely has to find another way of doing this, another solution, because well, what we're seeing ain't working. And if he thinks he can continue trying the same thing, expecting different results, it's called insanity. A final is a final, all or nothing. I know. Grayson Tucker. What's going on, Grayson? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Uh, okay. Yeah. But it's possible Ruben could have been successful in returning to his style. Like I said, never know if you don't try. That's true. Yeah, Eric Ten Hag didn't do it, but he should have proved that he could, right? And I think what Ten Hag did is he was like, all right, listen, I think from the couple of training sessions, he looked at those players. He's like, man, listen, these guys, they ain't it, right? They ain't it. They cannot do it. So he switched his style. He was able to get us some wins, and then when he tried to go back, uh, it did not work out. So um, yeah, I actually think other than the personality, Ten Hag is more of a winner. He always mentions he's shocked by the Prem out of his depth. Oh yeah, dude. One thing you know about Ruben is honesty, man. His honesty. Yeah, he was like, listen, I played 7 8 games out here, and I can tell you this. From what I noticed from what I noticed from uh, from the print. Okay, we're back. Yeah. Um, Sorry, people. We are back. Yeah. Um, I actually think other than okay, so personality. Chow, what up, man? What's going on, Chow? We uh we got a here we go, Chow. In case you missed it, man, we signed a player, even though we're in the mud, right? But yeah, let's see. You guys saying, hey, Tanag, like I said, okay, yeah. So honestly, I mean, right now, you tell me bring back Eric Ten Hag, I'll be like, yes, yes, please, bring him back, and let's see, you know. But honestly, I think Ruben Amorim, I think he may be given some time because the club is backing him. I saw some reports that he may walk himself, which I doubted that he would do that. Um, so I know 17-year-old Colombia, yeah, man, DM, yes, yes, sir. We got him in. He signed. All documents are done. Here we go. But again, he's for the future. People, smash the like button. Hit the subscribe if you haven't done so. I know you all have. Jay, what up, Jay? How are you, man? Hope you're good. Hope you're good. But yeah, what did we saw? Yeah, but so this whole thing, honestly, whenever I think of these former players who leave Man United, not former players, are players who go somewhere else and kill it, it's something that will need to be studied. Okay, what is it at United that causes players to feel that way? Right? It's very interesting because honestly, most of the players that we have at our club, they're not bad players. These players are good players. That's why we signed them at United. But for some reason, the minute they put on that jersey, they become a shell of themselves, right? But when they leave, they feel that, oh, that release, right? That constant scrutiny is not really hanging on their heads every day. They can go out there and play with freedom. Uh, they can go out there and be willing to say, you know what, even if I make mistakes, I'm not going to be killed on the socials, right? Charles, say, let's be honest. If Ruben was coming early last season, we could have got relegated. Um, well, that's another thing. It could be he knew that, the reason why he didn't want to join early, because probably he knew the kind of drastic uh, issues that could happen by him coming in early and trying to rip it apart, right? And we saw it. So had he joined maybe this summer, then this could have been his what, sixth game or something. How many games have we played? So yeah, it would have been bad, but maybe he'll still have more credit in the bank. But the problem is, right now he has 30 plus games under his leadership, and it's not working. So it shows again. Ineos wanted him to come early, I guess, to evaluate the team and pick what doesn't work and get rid, which he did. But again, it's one of those like, yeah, Ruben, I know you didn't want these players. These players needed to leave our club, but you really haven't shown us much about what you're all about. You know, relegation seems likely. Jay, that's funny. They could also feel like they've failed at best of the club. Yep. This is their last chance to be able to live the dream of playing football for a living, and then they go hard to not lose that. You know what? That's a very good point, Tony. Right? It's a very good point because they're like, okay, dude, I'm packing my bags and leaving Manchester United. Right? I am leaving Manchester United because they said I couldn't do the job. Right? So now the players are like, you know what? I bet when I go out there, I'm going to show them that I'm not rubbish, right? And we're seeing that could very be a valid point that right there, Tony. They go out there and they smash it, right? Sally, I don't understand. Bruno is perfect feeder player from Bumo, Cunha, and Sheshko, and he puts him back crying for. Dude, that is so funny, Sally, man. What I was going to pull up from my conversation with Mr. Chat GPT, obviously that is the obvious formation that it ended up coming up with to save Ruben Amorim's job. All right, so I'm going to have to do a video later. But it was that 4-2-3-1. ChatGPT proposed that we go with obviously the back four was Dogu, Maguire, Delit, and it proposed we at right back to go with Dallo because he can overlap. right? And then midfield, it had Casemiro and Menu, and then attacking mid, Bruno, and then it was Cunha, Mbumo, and Sheshko as a front three, right? Right. So it was one of those, but yeah, interesting. He was saying, ChatGPT was saying, listen, if he wants to keep his job, he has to tweak it, and at least for the next 5 games or something, change it. That way you get at least some kind of a run, get some wins in the bag, and then find a way to try it again, right? Later on when you're more stable, because with a couple of wins, say for example he gets a couple of wins on the bounce, automatically he's going to be sitting at a better position in the table, right? And we'll see what's going to happen. But of course, being stubborn, he ain't going to change it, right? Uh, Jay saying United have good players, but players in bad positions. Yeah, and ChatGPT also said, listen, Ruben needs to play players in their best positions. All right. I was like, I'm sitting there chatting with the Chat GPT. I'm like, you know what? Exactly. Could you tell him? So basically, I was prompting it to advise Ruben if you were assistant coach or something, or you were the one leading the line. It gave itself the name Redmind AI Manager or something. Yeah. So it was an interesting conversation, man. I was sitting there just like prompting, and I'm giving it more questions, and it comes back with, yo, that's a good point. Because on its original formation, it started Xerxes, because I was saying like the good thing with Xerxes up top, he can drop deep to collect the ball and link up play with the Cunha and Bumo, right? But I was like, yo, dude, you have a 70 million player almost in Sheshko. You're gonna start him on the bench? He was like, you know what? You're right. Nah, let me redo this. So he came back and said, yo, listen, no, you're right. We're not gonna put a 70 million close strike on the bench. We need to use Sheshko. We're gonna play to his strength. He came up with all these scenarios where Mbumo is crossing the ball to Sheshko and all. It was good stuff. Good stuff. The next trophy United. The next trophy United could win is the championship trophy. Even that, Jay. Even that. It's something that we would struggle heavily. Dude, I was saying yesterday, you drop this Manchester United side in the championship, they will struggle. They will struggle because the championship is no joke, man. Those players play hard. They fight. Most of those teams, they want to get back to the Premier League. That's where the money's at, right? So it's one of them. New England Revolution. What up, man? When is Man United playing again? New England. Saturday. Yeah, we're gonna get that win on Saturday, people. I believe it. All right, we're gonna get that win, and then it will quiet down a little bit, and come Liverpool, it's gonna be another situation. Hopefully someday in New England. I know, right? Sunderland next Saturday at 3 p.m. in England. Jay, that's what's up, man. Yes. Listen, honestly, this the Ruben Amorim situation right now, it's one of those like Ineos, they find themselves in a situation where they don't want to look silly or lack of a we can use many words to call them by letting him go now without giving him ample time to really put his stamp on the team. Because I was watching on Discord, people on Discord, if you're not on Discord, come on, jump in there. I dropped a video that Stephen Howson did. Check out that video, man. Dude broke it down, some of the 5 reasons why Ruben Amorim should hold on to his job. Because I know a lot of people were ready to get rid, right? But he broke down 5 reasons why Ruben Amorim should keep his job. One of them is like based on the stats. right? The stats are showing that we are playing better. The only thing is we're not finding the back of the net. The main thing for a lot of us fans is, did we win the game? All right, that kind of thing, right? The data, the XG and all this stuff, we were leading before the Brentford game. Man United, according to XG, we were leading the league, right, with chances creation and all this stuff. We are doing some things right, but it's one of those. It will take time, and if Ineos probably they see this based on the data, so they're probably thinking if we pull the plug now, we are ripping apart something that is show progress based on what they saw last season, right? They're seeing progress when it comes to data. We don't look at data like that, right? But they see something, right? They see the style of play. You know, we can see something like the way our defense is, the way we try to progress the ball quickly, you know, with a few passes and flood the box. You know, we try to do those kind of things, especially with Dogu on that left hand side, always try to cut into the box. So there's something there, which it will take time. Now, are they going to be giving him time, or they'll be like, yo, you know what? The fans have spoken, man. Ruben, you got to go. And then you're going to bring in another manager. You're going to start up fresh. So it's tough. It's tough. New England said, yeah, man. My friend's coach, he plays for FC Stars, and I can go and play in the practice. And if I'm good enough, I can get Man United if scout me. Hey, New England, everything is possible, man. Sky's the limit. People, Tony the Great just dropped the link for the Discord. It's right there. Jump on it, man. Grab that link. Get on our Discord. All right, ciao. Based on the results, Amorim is the worst manager in United history. 100%. Based on results, based on stats, absolutely is. Like, there is no hiding. In history, they said ever since, what is it, the Second World War? Can you imagine? Right? It is. And he is. Right? He's the worst. But the data is telling a different story. Right? It's missing I can score. Okay. Jay, 39 games in charge, 31 points. Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. That Stephen Housen video is worth looking at to kind of understand just a different side, because now, of course, we all pissed off. We all are embarrassed. We all say our standards have dropped immensely. It is not acceptable the way we are right now at the club, and we are ready to rip it up. Right? Yeah. Even after 10 games, he played a back four and not said he's going to change. He wouldn't have got so many questions regarding his system. Own goal. Yeah. Right? Jay, stats don't lie. Yeah, stats don't lie, man. You cannot hide. But also saying stats don't lie, those same stats, they're telling Ineos that we are progressing as a team. But we're just not. We're creating chances. We're creating a whole bunch of chances, but we're not finding the back of the net. Now, according to Stephen Housen video, he was saying, you see, whenever you are creating those GAs, he's a coach, right? Housen. Whenever you're creating those GAs, those what are those called? Yeah, GAs, and you're able to create chances. That is not by mistake. You know, when you can do that, the goals will catch up, meaning that, okay, you know how to get into the box, you know, we're taking a whole bunch of shots. The goal scoring part will catch up, but it may take a little bit of time for that to catch up. And when it does, it should work perfectly, because now you're already in the box, you're already in there creating chances, whatever. You just need to find the back of the net. Once you do, then things can work out. But, you know, it's one of those things. We ain't got patience for that. Trust high, Caleb Porter. That's fine. Chow. I can't see he dropped Bruno Show Dello against Sunderland. No, he's not. I think Yeah, man, because Mazraoui is injured, right? So again, I see Dalot starting. Luke Shaw, he's fit. Whenever he's fit, the only even the AI thing, ChatGPT said because Lissandro is injured, he has to play Luke Shaw because he values Luke Shaw. So yeah, you're right. Shaw is gonna start, and Bruno, definitely Bruno is gonna start. So yeah, I mean, one of the things he has to change is on goal play Senna Lamens, 6'4", good in the air, facing Sunderland, who are also good in the air. You need Senna Lamens, right? Again, he needs to play Euro, right? Right. Lenny Euro has been playing well, so I don't know why now he's holding bench. Right? Uh, it's mad. I can see, yeah. On the bench, he has changed center backs 42 times. See that? That is crazy. We need a goal. He swaps. He brings in Magodinho, right? Jim is a crack. Man, should be retired. Having a nap. Glazes out. Needed Qatar. Yeah, dude. Sully. Yeah, we need Glazers out. Qatar was, the pathway to freedom, right? But we didn't get it. We didn't get it. Sir Jim decided to bail them out. Disgrace, disgrace, because that was the time, man, to make this move. Players have training. Uh, PD managers don't have trainers. Yeah. If Lamens can be a commander, he would be awesome. Dude, I really hope Lamin starts and really like commands that box. The way what's his name, David Raya. Whenever he crosses, David Raya is really good with crosses in the box and stuff like that. Firm punches. You know, even Gigi Donnarumma. Of course, he got scored on today, but he's really good commanding in the box. That's what we need, man. We need that commanding in the box type of goalkeeper. Also, of course, you have to be a shot stopper, man, because we cannot just have one thing and let's go with that. People, make sure you smash that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't done so already. Right? So we need that. He needs to change something, Ruben. Change something, dude. Something that we can all see. All right, enough is enough. This is what I'm gonna go with. Right? Play Kobe. We're playing at home, man. Play Kobe out there and see what he can do. Put Bruno in a 10, right? I saw someone was saying even he could play. I think you have for I'm saying Fabrizio. You have Bruno as one of the tens, Mbumo and Cunha up top or something, or find a way to have Bruno play as one of the attacking midfielders, right at the edge of the box, and then you have Cunha, Mbumo, and Sheshko, and then see, how that can work out, kind of thing. Raya is only 6 foot. Yeah, he's only 6 foot, man, but he's good commanding goalkeeper. Yeah, people smash that like button, man. But yeah, people, it is peak out here. According to Sally Talks, is saying Menu is a modern example of youth players attempting to break through. Several youth coaches use Menu's name as one of the look up both on and off the pitch. Menu is working his socks off. And we saw reports that Ruben has been working with Menu one on one, right? Trying to get him up to speed. So, it's only a matter of time that maybe he's going to trust Menu to start some of these games, right? I don't know about you, but I don't care about goalkeep feet. Yeah, dude, I'm Sally. I'm done with the ball playing goalkeeper thing. you know, it was a thing when we signed Onans. We are like, yeah, man, he's a ball playing goalkeeper. Blah, blah. Yeah, you know, we're still gonna have that. Most teams now they play from the back, right? We're gonna have a goalkeeper. You're gonna have a right center back, left center back, or whatever. They're gonna try to play that, the play from the back thing. I want my goalkeeper to be a shot stopper, and to be able to, yeah, to be able to ping the ball here and there, right? You know. So yeah, Bruno has to start letting Boomer or Cunha to take PKs. Oh yes, yes, that's true too, Tony, man. That he needs a break from PK duties, because we do have other players who are capable of dispatching those penalties. Right now, I know that he's the captain. He has been our proven PK taker for a while now, but it's time. You're the captain, man. Say, hey, you go, Boomo, take this one. Cunha, you get the next one. All right. Let me take a break a little bit. People respect him, right? Chow Arsenal looks good, but it's too early to judge whether they can win the Champions League or not. Yeah, it is. It is early. Um, I know they won today. Arsenal. Yeah, they won against Olympiacos. Who scored? Glokare scored again. Martinelli and Bakaya Saka. Yeah, they're looking all right, man. They're looking all right. They're looking all right. We'll see. We will see what they're gonna do. We'll see if they're gonna crumble, um, or they'll be able to go all the way. I mean, Arsenal. If you look at that team, it's a good team, right? Last season they went to what is it, semifinals of the Champions League, right? So you're a good team if you can do that, and you finished what, second last season. Yeah, they're just missing a couple of pieces here and there. Sally, the hair shot stopping was world class, just missing the presence. Yep. Last keepers have had no class. All rides on Le Mans. Yeah. Um, and listen, another thing people are saying with Ruben Amorim, right? The whole thing about his ethos, whatever, talking about his time at Sporting, he was bringing in a lot of youth players into the fold, right? So far, we haven't really seen that side. Like, yo, listen, these guys, the Luke Shaws and them ain't working. Let's try these kids, right? We haven't seen that, right? We haven't seen that. We need that. He needs to go back to that and say, you know what, man, listen, yeah, I've tried you guys, and I don't know what I'm gonna get. The manager said it himself. Whenever he puts a team out there, he doesn't know what he's gonna get. Imagine that you're going to a game, you're like, that's why he's constantly looking down. He's like, this these lot are rubbish. So play the likes of JJ Gabriel, who has scored again tonight for Manchester United under 17th against Stoke City in the Premier League Cup. JJ Gabriel, he is doing his thing. All right, he's doing his thing, and they say it's only a matter of time before he's being called up to the first team. Ruben Amorim watched a lot of tape of him in the summer. He's very highly regarded. So we may see JJ Gabriel in the first team. Bring him, man. Bring it. Bring these kids. All right. Give him a shot. Because, but if he gets sacked and he hasn't really tried and tested some of these young players, that would be disappointing even more, really. Because we knew one of his thing is to bring in some of these young kids. Jay saying that be a lot cheaper to bring academy players through the ranks. Exactly. Because at this point he has a lot of not experience. He has a lot of credit in the bank, saying, "Hey, I have tried the Maguire, I've tried Shaw, I've tried Dalot, all these senior players, the leadership group, they don't work. So, what do you want me to do? I asked you to get me a midfielder, you couldn't get me. All right, so I need to try these young kids." Tony saying, where the hell are the kids? Leon, Cheeto, Fredrickson. I know. They vanished. Poof. I know. It's mad, right? We saw some of them in a preseason, whatever, and now they're gone, man. We need these kids. We want the kids. We want the kids. Chow is saying Benny McCarthy said the same thing. These players looked good in training. Once they are playing games, become completely different. Yeah, exactly. Even Ruben himself, he said, listen, when he looks at these players, even though they're quote unquote leaders or experienced players, when things are not going right, they collapse. Instead of being, yo, Maguire, you've been here for a while. Luke Shaw, you've been here for a while. You be the ones galvanize your play. Come on, people, we got this. We can get back into this game. Let's continue fighting, right? But they don't do that. They just crumble, right? And what's up with that? That's why he says he wants more like crazy players like Cunha, for example, right? When Cunha, when he looks at him, when things are not going right, Cunha is like, give me the ball, and I'll show you what I can do, right? He also likes the idea of Mbumo because when he looks at his face when things are not going right, he comes from a different environment, so he doesn't have that past fog from Man United where all they know is losses and heads dropping and all this stuff. Um, Huge mentality issue. They can't handle the pressure, child. Yes, yeah, they can't, and it's one of those like it's kind of. I hope it doesn't seep into these new players that we're getting, right? Because if you're sitting there, you come into a club, and then the players who are kind of fixtures, in the dressing room, and you see them, you cannot trust them to show up when the chips are down. I mean, you as a new player, you may think, well, if these guys who have been here forever, they think it's all right, then it's all right. I don't need to fight. I'm just gonna go with the motion. Win or lose, we go home, we collect our paychecks, we keep it moving. It's sad, 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 sad. Uh, Brian Boomer was talking. Brian Boomer was talking, and he said the question about the system. It is a bit different, but I've already played in this system. It is our responsibility to be better. I do not think it's the system. It is us who need to improve. Right? Boomer calling out his fellow players as well and say, hey, listen, it is us, the players. I'm officially done with Amorim if he's still picking Bruno, Shaw, Dalot, and Maguire this Saturday. Bruh, I know, I feel you, but we may see those faces. Yeah, we may see those faces, man. Which is just the thought of it is just frustrating. Um, let's see. They look good in training because they don't face anyone good. That's a good point, Sally. Right? They face each other and they're like, then they don't really get challenged like that. So that could be it too. Or because they're in training, they know it's not real. It is kind of simulated, right? They don't have the fans there. They don't hear the noises and all this stuff. So they're like, it's cool. But once they step onto that field, the fans are chanting and singing and all this. They're like, yo, that's it. We're done. You know. That's a very good point, Sally put there. They look good in training because they don't train with anyone good. Madness, absolute madness. Let's see. Big up to Rasmus, man, for scoring 2 goals today. For once, Rasmus getting a proper supply from the one and only Kevin De Bruyne. Dude, can you imagine if someone had told you in 2025, Kevin De Bruyne and Rasmus will be playing in the same team, and then Kevin De Bruyne will be assisting Rasmus, scoring 2 goals in the Champions League game? Man, I wouldn't believe it. But honestly, seeing our boy Rasmus score with that smile, I'm happy for him, right? I'm happy for him because he's showing that, listen, If only you play me correctly, give me the proper ball, I'll finish. Oh, don't forget McTominay. Come on, McTominay. Shoot, McTominay is a king in Naples, man. You know, McTominay going out there being a Ballon d'Or, whatever, the contender or something. That's mad, right? Yeah, that's crazy. Bruno is a great friend and professional with experience, but not a captain. Yeah, yeah. Leave him free in the cam and give it to De Ligt. De Ligt is new though, right? It doesn't matter now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Bruno must probably leaves. Hopefully, Bruno leaves in the summer. Maguire, he needs to also be gone. Luke Shaw needs to be gone. Dalot, please, hope he puts on. He be added to the another set of the bomb squad, right? Yeah, I mean, the logical person, I think it will be De Ligt, right? Because when it comes to experience, De Ligt has played in all the pretty much all the major leagues, right? Played with big teams, so he knows what pressure is, and he speaks very well too. So yeah, that will be. I would agree with the Delict pick there, and Cass will be gone as well. So again, I'm already looking forward to the summer because we're gonna see a lot of these players hopefully go, and we're getting closer and closer to actually having a completely fresh new set of team in that dressing room. Um, Now, Patrick Dorgu also was speaking. A lot of these players were interviewed, and there's some quotes out here. Um, Dorgu is saying, "Family and the community is what I've grown up with in Denmark. So it's good to try and maintain it here too at Manchester United." He said, I came to pray at this church on Sunday. If I have time and we don't have a game, I try to be here as much as I can. So he's a prayer person. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it is religion has advantage on the pitch. It's about always believing that God has a plan for me and for my career. That's what's up, kid. Good job. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be praying for this team. need an egotistical Need a egotistical, humble manager that's got tactical insight. Who is that, Sally? Who would that manager be? Um, Let me know. Marcus Rashford has 6 GA in the last 6 matches for Barcelona, 1 GA per game. So big up to Rashi. Who is that manager, man? Who is that manager? And can he handle the mess that is this club? Right? He can come, but without changing that culture at the club, it's gonna be rinse and repeat kind of settings. But yeah, on another positive note, people, our boy Amadinho is back. Ahmad is back from his bereavement break. So Ahmad is back in training, which was good to see him. It was also good to see Terrell Malacia, man. I don't know if you guys saw those videos. Terrell Malacia back in training. Apparently, he had a meeting with Ruben, I think yesterday or before training. He looks very motivated. He's such a apparently they said in training when he was training with the under 21s with the kids, he was very encouraging to the kids, trying to help them out and all this stuff. So big up to Terrell Malacia, and I hope he gets some game time. I hope he shows, what he's all about. Because, you know, with Terrell, I never thought he deserved to be in that bomb squad, right? I never thought he deserved, but he was put out there for the injuries and all this stuff. So I don't know. We shall see. Simone Inzaghi, Simeone or Inzaghi. Simeone ain't leaving Atletico Madrid, but bruh. People, yes. Inzaghi, yeah. I'm feeling a Simeone rebirth. Yeah, Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Simeone, man, I don't think he has a point right now. He would want to leave what he has. He's building again at that Athletic Madrid team, right? Because you have Julian Alvarez on fire, right? That Athletic Madrid team is cooking, right? Where are they on the table? Are they? Let's see, La Liga. Because you're like, why would he leave? Oh man, they're fifth. All right, Barcelona is still on top. Okay, so it's Barca, Real, Villarreal, Elche, and then Athletic Madrid. Yeah, but still, Simone Inzaghi ain't leaving, man. Julian Alvarez is on fire. Yeah. Only manager I will take is Conte. He doesn't give a shite about the players. Oh man, I know. Listen, at one point Conte was on a lot of us list, right? But Conte, he's doing a madness out there in Naples, right? He's converting team players into superstars, right? Our boy Scott McTominay, Kevin De Bruyne. When he left, he said, "Listen, I'm not done yet." Kevin De Bruyne went to Napoli. He's on fire, you know. So yeah, man. Are they? Listen, Serie A. I wonder where are they sitting on the table? Serie A standing. So Napoli is sitting second. Equal. Well, Milan, Napoli, and Roma, they all have the same points, 12. So they're up there. Have a chance of winning the Scudetto once again. Simeone will get us consistency in Europe again at least. But yeah, Simeone, true. But Conte, I don't think Conte would get along with this leadership or the Glazers, right? I think that was one of the reasons I think we didn't go for him at one point because he always is one of those like, he he doesn't he doesn't get along with folks sometimes. Willing to give Sally said, Sally, willing to give Javi or Glasner Ireland letter to. I am not too sure on personality handle United. Dude, I like the Javi idea, but I will go with Glasner right now because I'm scared. I'm worried about these coaches who are, like they haven't gone through the Premier League hustle and bustle. The Premier League is a monster. So I'll trust Glasner before Xavi. Now, Xavi may come in, play better football, whatever, but Glasner tried and tested. Areola, that's another one, right? I will go for those first before Xavi. For me personally, Chow is saying Ragnick advised United to sign Julian Alvarez. I know, Chow. I'm telling you, man. Ragnick, he pointed out all these gem of players and we didn't go for them. 10 million, But again, he could have come and then turned out to be the way we usually do with players. But Julian is and he's growing to be a baller of a player for sure, right? And also with Ragnick, he also pointed out. I saw a clip or an interview somewhere. He said Man United should go for Glasner. So there you go. We need to listen to Ragnick because he looks like he knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? I did not see that Rasmus won the man of the match. That's what's up, Rasmus. I like that. What else we got going on, people? Look, see, Goldbridge is saying on one of his clips, AI picks Man United's best 11. What does it say about Ruben Amorim? Yeah, whatever, Goldbridge. We had that idea first. Alvarez will end up at Barca or Madrid. Yep, that's what I see. I, well, I don't think it will be Barca because he's playing for Athletic Madrid, right? So I don't think it will be Barca. I think Madrid. But again, Barca, they if Lewandowski leaves, if he doesn't sign a new contract, then yeah, they will need a striker. And oh my God, at Barca, imagine Alvarez in that front three of Barca. They will cook even more, right? But again, we want them to obviously they have to keep uh, uh, Rashford because Rashford is doing his job, right? He's doing his job. He's making all the right moves, apart from being late for 1 minute, right? So yeah, Atletico and Barca don't have any rivalry. Okay, Griezmann went to Barca. Okay, okay. I thought there's still that rivalry because Madrid team, Barcelona team kind of thing. I did not know that. It shows you how much I know about Athletic. Listen, it is good, but still they have to keep Rashi. All right, simple as that. Um, Boomer on Ruben Amorim. He says Ruben Amorim has always been good to me. He pushes me a lot, but I know it's for the right reasons, and that works well for me. Again, that was some of the other quotes after the interview. Um, Again, we see that Matias Cunha and Casemiro have been called up for the Brazil, the upcoming international matches. So the only Real. Okay, so it's only Real and Barca. Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. Thank you, man. See now I know. Now I know. All right. Um, let's see what else. What else we got going on, people? Did you enjoy some of these Champions League games, or you were just uh, you didn't want to be bothered with watching all these games because ideally we should be playing some of these tournaments and we're not. Some people are like, yo, listen, I'm not going to be watching none of these, but I did tune in, of course, for the Barca PSG game. Now that was a good game. Oh my God, the level of football, Barca PSG, my gosh, what a game! What a game! Barca PSG was a really good game. I really enjoyed that, and I thought Barca was going to win it, but then again, PSG found a way. PSG found a way. Um, yeah. Uh, Nuno Mendes. Yes. Uh, Wait. What? This is interesting. Both Rashford and oh no, it's the other day. I thought today Rashford and Rasmus both won Player of the Match, but I think Rashford when they were playing at Newcastle, he was Player of the Match. Um, but yeah, people, it is one of those. We're gonna see what tomorrow brings us. All right. It was frustrating to watch our players shine out there, but it gives you the question: what is the deal with us? Why is this happening to us? Right? We're gonna find a way. Maybe one day we'll get the answer to that. Right? Maybe one day we'll get the answer to that. Only player to put Salah and Yamal in his pocket. Yeah. Nuno Mendes. Yeah, man. Oh, Salah was talking about that game yesterday against Galatasaray. He was saying that stadium was rocking. It was so loud. He couldn't think. He couldn't think that's how loud that stadium was. And he even said, listen, big up to Gala fans because that atmosphere, yeah, it got to Liverpool players. That is crazy. When a stadium is like that, yeah, it's good. It's good to know that because like listen, when you go to face them, it ain't gonna be a smooth ride. Yeah, man. Gala notoriously crazy. Yep. Uh, let's see. What else we have going on? I see some reports here. They're saying Man United still have Semenyo in their radar. Yeah, I don't want to deal with this right now. Well, there's Michael Carrick is among the caretaker options Manchester United could turn to if they sack head coach Ruben Amorim. Um, Michael Carrick, he could be one of those guys. I don't want Carrick back, man. Uh, please, no Carrick. Um, we can't have Ahmad Mbumo and Semenyo, can we? I mean, if we have like Champions League football, that kind of thing, yeah, we could. It could work because you have a lot of games where you can rotate the players. Uh, People have been calling for Ragnick to be put on the list of potential replacement for Ruben Amorim. They're not going to bring back Ragnick. You know, forget Champions League, Luther. We can't win 2 games. Oh man, I know, mate. Sad. But did you guys see that report that Manchester United they're looking to play some games in, I believe, in Saudi? They're looking to because of there's a couple of weeks that we're gonna have like quite a bit of a stretch of game without playing any games. So they're thinking of adding some games in Saudi. So and apparently that story it looks like it's building up. So we may actually have some during this season. We may have some games where we'll fly out to Saudi and play some matches, which of course they'll be friendly. But I don't know how that that travel will affect the players. But we may get like a game in the middle of a week. All right. Honestly, I'm open for it. This whole playing once a week and you have to wait, it's annoying. It's honestly painful. So I'm apt for the additional matches for these players to get more practice. Additional matches to actually maybe give some game time to some of these young kids, right? Because right now I think Ruben Amorim is struggling because he doesn't, it's you have only one game, so he has to be like, all right, listen, we have to find a way. We can only pick players that he thinks can win. So the report goes like this. This is according to Laurie Whitwell. Manchester United are exploring the possibility of playing a mid-season friendly in Saudi Arabia. Talks with relevant stakeholders are at an early stage, and there is no guarantee a game will be arranged. But United are considering ways to raise revenue, and given they have several free midweeks, traveling to the Middle East is seen as an option. Right, taking part in a match in Saudi Arabia could be lucrative for United, and secondly, provide warm weather training during the winter months. Criticism might also be drawn due to Ruben Amorim's stated appreciation of extra time he has this campaign. So basically, they're saying here, listen, Ruben said he wanted more time to train with his players. If you throw in another game in there, he may not like that very much, but still, Ruben, you need more games, buddy. You need more games. Laurie Whitwell is saying that typically, though, United fly abroad several times per season, doing so on 8 occasions in the last campaign. So we've done this before. It's doable. Listen, give me more games. We want to see these players on the pitch, right? People, on that note, let's end it here. Have a wonderful evening. Good morning, good afternoon. And thank you so much for being here, people. Make sure you smash a like. I will see you all on the next one. Take care, people. Stay blessed. Peace.